Forging cyber security experts. Secure Ninja.
Hey everyone, I'm Alicia Webb with SecureNinjaTV. Now, our free preview of SecureNinja's online Sensei series has generated such a positive reaction that we've decided to give away every single module from the Cyber Kung Fu course, featuring Larry Greenblatt, Tom Updegrove, and me. If you like what you see and would like to experience a Secure Ninja training course in person at any of our training locations, we have some amazing time-sensitive specials for you. Just visit SecureNinja.com/specials for all of the do not miss deals. And now, here is your free module from Cyber Kung Fu for the Certified Ethical Hacker version 8. Enjoy.
Okay, hey, and welcome to Module 6, Trojans and Backdoors. All right, so Alicia, this time we're going to actually create a Trojan, deliver it to a unsuspecting user, and gain access. So if you kind of follow our approach, we did reconnaissance, right, and footprinting and fingerprinting. We looked for machines that we had on the network. We then enumerated. We found out the users. We actually found some passwords. We gained access after we did that, right? So we actually been in the machine. Now, a good use of a Trojan, which actually you can use a Trojan just to get access right away, but it also helps us to maintain access. So after I got into that unpatched machine, I might patch the machine after I lay this Trojan in there, and that would give me access, over a period of time. And then I could lay other tools in there and then find more information out on the network. And so the tool that we're going to use this time is called ProRat.
ProRat.
Right. So a rat could be a remote access tool or a remote access Trojan. Depends how you want to classify it. And there are a lot of them. VNC. VNC, Virtual Network Connectivity, is a tool that was developed by Bell Laboratories. It's really common. A lot of people use it, and they use it for legitimate reasons. But at the same time, it could be used as a remote access Trojan.
All right.
This particular tool will be picked up by your antivirus, but the author actually tells us that they will make a version, an undetectable version for us, for a certain price.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of read the documentation with it. All right, so.
And we would be putting that on our target's machine.
We're gonna actually run the tool right here. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is it actually gives you a very small screen, so it's kind of hard to see in here. But the idea is we come down on this point and we create. And the cool thing about this is I could create a deliverable server that I could email to somebody. But I can also create a link on my website that I could just send them a link to the website, and when they click on it, it would download the Trojan at that point. Okay? So we're going to actually create a server, and that's the first option we use here. Okay? And this thing has certain characteristics, like I can have it give notifications back to me if I want. I can, certainly the general settings would be just the server port that is going to come back on. I would need that port to be open in order to make the connection. I'm going to leave the password the same, and I'm going to leave the name same. And I'm not going to change really much of the things here. But I am going to bind it with a file. Okay? So by binding it with a file, I'm going to pick say a picture here that's basically in I can bind it with a music file, a picture file. So it kind of it will be a little misleading. So when this person opens it, what's going to happen, that picture is going to pop up. Okay? I can do some other things. I can give it an icon. Something that I could really pull out like a PDF icon. Okay, I'll just pick something really kind of non-threatening, right? And I'm going to create my server. It doesn't take long to make, so hence it did. And by, I'll leave that part up. Where did it make my server?
There.
Ah, put it right on the desktop. Ain't that something?
Gross.
Okay, I'm not even looking at it. Okay, okay. So this we want to. I could email this to somebody. I could put it in an FTP folder. They could pull down. I mean, there's tons of ways. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take it and put it into our file share. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to go over to the file share, and I'm going to put it in my tool folder. And I'm going to just drop it in there. So this basically is going to simulate what we're doing. Okay? All right, so I want to go to another machine. Let's say we'll go to the XP machine. Right? And in the XP machine, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it out of that share. And what I don't have is a share up here. There we go. So I'm in VirtualBox, and basically what I need to do is map out a share so I can pull it out of there.
But in a normal targeting situation, you'd probably email it.
I would email it, yeah. Because we don't have email running on these. Okay. In this case, yeah, we'll auto mount it. Okay. All right. There we go. Come on.
There it is.
Pull it out. Good. Okay. So hence, the unsuspecting user opens up the picture.
Yeah.
Okay? Beautiful. Looks like Sedona.
It does.
Yeah. You ever been to Sedona?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I believe you that
So
it looks
it
like
is,
it.
yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like. Okay. All right, so we have that bit running. All right, so the only thing I need to know here is what the IP address of this machine is. So just to double check it, right? So IP config, it's 101, right? So we go back to the machine that's actually running the console. Bring the console up, and we put the address in there. So .56.101, right? Same port, same everything, and connect. So it's asking me with the password, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hit OK. If there was one thing I could ask the author of this thing to do is to make a bigger screen.
Yeah,
okay? Nonetheless, if I go PC info and I go system information, it's now giving me information from that other machine. Okay. As well, I could go into the control panel, do some funny stuff on the machine.
Funny stuff.
Yeah.
It actually says funny stuff.
Right, so we can hide desktop icons. Okay. We can get a screen capture. Not only that, I can grab all the passwords. Okay. So FTP, email, queued FTP.
And are these the FTP programs they have installed on their computer
Yeah.
that you can grab the passwords for?
Now, a lot of times with some of these programs, you know, certainly they're made, they work pretty well, but they're not always developed. So they do have some bugs with them. You know, for instance, you know, that particular part's really not working too well, is it? So what else can we do? Registry. I can go into the registry and I can actually pull down anything that's in the system registry. So in here I can kind of do some searching through to find the last logged on person. Here's the, I can pull up information from the SAM or software. So basically everything that we did prior when I pulled up Metasploit and we got access, I basically have access to the machine now.
So this is just a different way of getting access.
This is another way of getting access, yes. Okay, keylogger. So I can turn on the keylogger. So at this point, if that person went back and in that XP machine, they started to, let's pick that. Basically what happened was I ran removal of icons, I killed my start.
Oh, wow. So what would the victim do in this situation if this had happened?
Call support.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually this happens a lot with, Trojans generally aren't destructive. Because you don't want somebody really to go, hey, something weird going on. You don't want them to know. I mean, if you're really trying to get access, you're trying to do something, you know, like an advanced persistent threat, you don't really want to really raise any flags.
Right.
Okay? If I do something destructive, then they're going to call for support. Now, a lot of times what people do with scareware is they're doing two folds. They're doing a virus that does certain types of actions, like says, hey, you have your hard drive's failing. Okay? You need to get it repaired immediately. Oh, and my tool here happens to be able to fix it. You know, for a small fee, I can fix your drive. You know, just send in $59.95. All the while, they're capturing everything that you're doing and sending that back out to somebody. So, so that's kind of like a double-edged sword. In one sense, it's causing some type of problems to the system, and on the other hand, it's actually you know, sending information out to, you know, some command and control center.
Right.
Okay? So what would you use this for?
What would I use it for?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we talked about how all those people you wanted to hack.
Oh, yeah. Well, I couldn't think of anyone that would actually hack or any. Well, I said pranks. You know, and then it wouldn't matter if you're making somebody aware.
Right.
If it's usually
when we do this stuff in class, everybody's thinking, oh, who could I send this to?
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks just in a joke. I think in a prank they don't want to
Right.
do. You know, sometimes I think that's what's going on. Yeah, with viruses and stuff. You know, people are just having fun.
Right. I mean, look at these options here.
Yeah.
Make mouse go crazy. Flip
Yeah.
screen. Add tail to mouse. Violate display.
Open the CD-ROM. Yeah.
Oh, that would be freaky. You're just sitting there and it pops open.
But it happens to people.
Yeah.
Flip the screen. See what happens. Yeah, you got to go, oh, there's something wrong with my machine.
Right?
You know, call the Geek Squad.
Like,
you know?
shake it.
Yeah. And then you flip it back. Okay. So that in itself, that's one type of a remote access tool. This one, I had to know the IP address of it. So in order for this to really work, I would have to have made some manipulation of the firewall. But if they had downloaded from a website, then it would actually work and it would connect back. There's other ones. We'll do poison ivy later on. And poison ivy, basically, it sends it out, and it's kind of like ET phones home. You know, so it calls back. Okay? And the thing about this is a one-to-one. Poison ivy is going to be a one-to-many. So as we kind of get into distributed denial of service and botnets, we're going to pull that one up. And it's not as crazy, but the fact is I can look at any system aspect, any process that's running, any application that's running, grab any kind of keystrokes, turn on cameras. So, yeah.
And how would someone detect if they had a Trojan on their computer?
Well, you'd have to run some type of antivirus, but the truth is to really detect stuff that there's no signature for, you have to look. You have to, as we get into scanners, we actually want to be scanning and looking for it. You know, so in fact, we're going to pull up some tools later. One of them is called CAPSA by a company called Colosoft, and that'll tell you all the connections that you have. Okay, now, we'll see real quick that we'll make a connection to, if I go to Google News, okay, I'll hit 15, 20 servers like that, you know, all these analytic servers. And the thing is that if there is some type of remote access tool, it's probably going to be doing some type of encrypted connection to a command and control center. But after you track each one down and really do like an NS lookup on them, you'll see that I should have no business talking to this. You know, so you can break the connection.
Right. Okay?
And that's why some type of intrusion detection or intrusion prevention system is so important.
Definitely.
And that, my friends, is Module 6, Trojans and Backdoors.
Now we hope you've enjoyed this free module, but there's lots more. The Cyber Kung Fu course has 29 videos in all and will really help build you a solid understanding of the CEH version 8 curriculum. Don't forget, if you prefer to attend one of the SecureNinja's courses in person at any of our training locations, you really need to visit SecureNinja.com/specials for some amazing discounts and other deals. I'm Alicia Webb. Happy training.
Secure Ninja TV is brought to you by SecureNinja.com, a world leader in cybersecurity training and certification. Our master instructors will help build you into a highly skilled and marketable security professional. Secure Ninja, forging cybersecurity experts.